Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I beg if not they hear me, just try to say hi so that I will know so that they hear me. I beg if they hear me, just write hi or hello so that I know say will they hear me. So it be like say whenever they hear me, so let me wait. Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Fidelis, Sister Queen, good afternoon, Sister Harrison, good afternoon. DJ Claes, good afternoon. Brother Samuel, good afternoon. Mr. Lucky, good afternoon. Good afternoon to every one of us. Okay, you can hear me very clear, so that is good. I beg, without wasting much of our time, as I don't fair tell us, today na quiz we will do together. So we'll go straight to all the questions when we get. Although I be expect some questions from some of us, but it be like say the questions when we see this week, it be like say we understand all of them. So it's not a problem. If we not understand them, me I will be happy so that okay, I hope say una dey see my screen, right? Okay. Okay, welcome once again to driving school tutorial. Today we'll do some quiz together. Inside this quiz, we'll ask some questions and also we'll answer them together. We'll also try to see why they be like that, so that in case we come across them for our exam hall, we will know how to handle them. For example, we'll start with this question. Se durante la marcia il conducente non deve impedire con i propri veicoli il normale flusso del traffico. Now, this question, waiting this question to talk, we say, for example, if you want stop, I not say parking, I say if you want stop. If you want stop, maybe may person come down from your car, maybe you carry somebody, or just because of one or two things, or maybe as person they call you for phone, you don't want they drive, they respond, you just decide to stop to quickly respond to the call. So waiting here, this question they talk, we say, you don't need to stop in a way when you will take cause obstruction to other vehicles when we say that they use the road or maybe to circulation. You understand? The answer is zero, because even if say you want stop, do not be parking, because you will feel say maybe you still there inside your vehicle. But you need to also stop in a way when we say, you know, will take hinder movement to other vehicles when they say they still they use the road. So this number one question, Navero. Then this number two, this second question, is a il panello integrativo raffigurato indica un'officina meccanica attrezzata per il cambio di olio. Abeg, in case you get question, just try to write down for the comment section, or maybe you write down for grand, you understand, so that we go at the end of the day we go know how to take respond to your questions. You understand? Now this question say il panello integrativo raffigurato indica un'officina meccanica attrezzata per il cambio di olio. That is to say, the sign refer to say indicate mechanical workshop when we say you feel go change your oil. It's not true, because this sign, now sign when we say that they attach to signs like this. For example, why is this sign not? What is happening here? Sorry, let me come. I think you're supposed to see this thing like this. It's just 1 minute, because okay. I hope we can see this sign clear now. So this sign that they attach onto this kind of sign when be segnale di divieto. This sign, a sign when we say it prohibit you from parking. For example, this sign, it prohibit you from parking. Now, if not only this sign day, if you park for that place when this sign day, they will give you fine. They no carry your vehicle come out. But as it be said, they don't attach this other one to run. If you park for that place, they will tow your vehicle, come out, carry and go their warehouse. You understand? So the question we talk say il panello integrativo raffigurato indica un'officina meccanica attrezzata per il cambio di olio. E faso. You know me say na maybe your car spoil, maybe you carry and go mechanical workshop, maybe for go change oil. Change oil. It means say if they attach onto that segnale di divieto, it means if you, as in divieto di sosta, or maybe fermata, mostly divieto di sosta. If it means if you park for there, they will tow your vehicle. And also they still they call it rimozione forzata. So the answer na faso. For example, this other question talks say nell'incrocio regolata con rotatoria. Nell'incrocio regolata con rotatoria, la circolazione può essere disciplinata in modo che i veicoli in entrata diano la precedenza a quelli già circondanti nell'anello. Now, this question, I really like this question because somebody sent at me. The question, waiting this question they talk, say, for example, it say nell'incroci regolati con rotatorio. Incroci regolati con rotatorio, now be this one. Junctions when we say it is regulated by roundabout. Now it talks say those junctions say the plan in a way when we say vehicles when we say they approach the junction, they will need to give a right of way to vehicles when we say they're already there inside the junction. For example, because there it used anello. This word anello here, it means ring, you understand? For example, this one a ring, this one might be the anello, you understand? So vehicle, when we say don't already there inside this anello, for example, this vehicle for here now, This vehicle when they here, so I hope so they see my mouse. This vehicle when they here, so when they approach the junction, as in when one enter the junction, it go need to give right of way to the vehicle when we say it don't already dey inside this junction. For example, if you still look up here, you see this sign when talk say that la precedenza, which is give way to vehicles when we say it dey inside. So now what's that question they talk? For example, if vehicle come, for example, this vehicle when they come here, if it don't already enter road, the one when they this side, you go need to wait for it. If this one don't already enter road, the one when they this side, you need to wait for it. So any vehicle when already they inside inside a roundabout, you need to give right of way to them because it already they inside the roundabout. You understand? See this roundabout as a kind of a major road. You understand? Then why we say the vehicles when we say that they try to engage the roundabout, now they come from the minor road. You understand? So that is why you need to give right of way to vehicles when we say they don't already did the roundabout. So the answer to this question now Vero. Now, this other question say, a volte ci si espone a situazioni più rischiose di quello che si è in grado di gestire. Now, wetin this question they talk now, say sometimes you feel put yourself in that kind of situation when we say it go dey difficult as in some dangerous situations when we say it go dey difficult for you to handle, you understand? It's true because, for example, now maybe we all know say they tell us say if you drive for inside centro abitato, which is a inhabited area, the maximum speed limit when we say you need to run now 50. Now, if for example you can't approach vehicle for back, the distance when you need to give them, maybe it's supposed to be around that kind, maybe 50 meters distance, and now you can't go give 2 meters. It's clear, say if that vehicle wants stop, or maybe that vehicle stop, unexpectedly, you don't go fit stop because you don't already the distance when you're supposed to give them, you don't give them. So what will happen that time? Now, not to hit them for back. That is why they make you understand first. Say you feel put yourself in those kind of dangerous situation when we say you at the end of the day, we feel handle, so that it will enable you not to be to the underrate all those kind of dangers when we say if it occur for road. You understand? Like for example, the situation of condition of respecting your security, security distance, and also maybe you approach a train track when we say the barrier still day up, and but the red light already they show, and also in some situation maybe they approach a attraversamento pedonale, so that may say if you approach them with high speed, for example. And maybe person one immediately cross, go fee stop because you don't already be on high speed, or maybe they approach a traffic light when we say it don't already take when we say show yellow. If it turn red immediately, go fee stop. You understand? So you end up maybe seeing yourself in the middle of the traffic light with a red light will give you fine. So that is why they make you understand. Say as a driver, you feel put yourself in that kind of situation when we say it is very dangerous, you understand? And at the end of the day, you will find it difficult to control, you understand? So that is why this question, Navero. So if you the drive, try to not to put yourself in this kind of situation when we say a day risky and difficult to control, you understand? By doing that, we don't already see them, especially velocity has a lot to do because all the topic we they treat since then, we don't already see them say for example, if rain they fall or snow they fall, due day, those kind of things, you don't need to run speed when we say too much, you understand? All those ones will help you to control those kind of situations in case of you find yourself in a difficult situation. So to this question, Avero. Now, this other question talks, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia l'incrocio con una strada senza diritto di precedenza. This it lets you understand, say you the approach road when we say the other road when we say that they come from left, like for example, this one, the road when they come from left, now minor road, you understand, respect to the one when you did, because the one when you did, now it be this big one, you understand. For example, now the kind of road now be this one, but this one, you get two minor road from both left and both right, you understand. But the one we get, the minor road, it come from only left, you understand. So wetin this sign they tell you say you dey transit on road when we say you forget right of way. Therefore, every other vehicle when we say that they come from that in that kind of sign when we get, every other vehicle when we say they come from that left side, now then go wait for you to pass. Not be you go wait for them to pass. But in this kind of image when we get for here now, the vehicles when we say they come from the both junction from the left and right, now then go wait for for the other vehicle when we say that the major road to take pass, you understand. So this sign also the first column diritto di precedenza, you understand, because it means say now you get right of way, you understand. But he also call you to drive with attention. You know me say because say you get right of way, may you just use a high speed, boom, you just pass the junction. No, you need to also use a drive with prudence, because you never still know whether maybe person when they come out from this side, well, maybe whether it will even give you the right of way. You understand? Remember, two people no need to be stupid at the same time. So call you to also approach this junction with maximum attention. Though now you get right of way. So the answer to this question, this other one talks say I conducente de veicoli da sorpassare all'obbligo di portarsi al centro della carreggiata per evitare sorpasso in scia. Now, in the first case, this question are fast. But in order to explain what this question means, this question they tell you say vehicle when we say you the one take, like let's for example now, if I drive, they go, you want overtake me. Now I need to go the middle of the carriageway, you understand? In order to avoid you may not fit overtake me, you understand? All those kind that question now fast, so because for example, person when they want overtake, he gets some things when he need to do, and he gets some things when he also no need to do. For example, here, durante il sorpasso, il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare ha l'obbligo uno, number one, non accelerare la propria andatura e di non gareggiare in velocità con il veicolo sorpassante. Now, for example, if they overtake you for road, you get the obligation not to accelerate, not to drive in competition with the vehicle when they say want overtake you. You understand? Because it will put that vehicle in danger, or that driver in danger, and also not be only the driver you will put in danger, you will endanger the other road users, vehicles when they come and all, so all those. So that is why you, when we say they drive vehicle, when we say they want overtake, you get the obligation to facilitate the maneuver of that vehicle when we say you want overtake you. And also the second one, I say all'obbligo di fermarsi appena possibile per far defluire il traffico se guida un veicolo molto lento. Now, if for example, the vehicle when we say they drive now, it did very slow, they go fast, you understand? So he say you get the obligation to take stop, you understand? In order to take, just as I talk and just now, to say facilitate the movement of other vehicles, and also to make that other vehicle to conclude is the overtaking. Then the number third one is il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare all'obbligo di tenersi il più possibile vicino al margine destro su strada ad unica corsia per senso di marcia. For example, this kind of road, remember, na strada a due corsia, una carreggiata, una strada, due corsia. Inside this due corsia, we get una corsia per senso di marcia. Una corsia per senso di marcia, in the sense that from here to here, now going, while from here to here, now coming. Now, if they tell you, say, for this kind of road, if they want overtake you, what you need to do, you get the obligation to move to this right part of the road. You understand? Move to this right part of the road in order to let this person when want overtake you to overtake you easily. Not go they compete with them. You understand? No, they try to do competition with them. Try to increase, maybe accelerate. You understand? Increase your speed. Where the person is supposed to conclude the overtaking before this place, you will come prolong to that corner side. You understand? So that is what those are the things when be say you they obliged to do. And remember, if you do all those things, maybe if place like this as camera not there, you will say camera not there. If you do things like that, in the first case, if it be say the vehicle when they try to overtake you, if you get camera inside in vehicle, because in most cases nowadays most people that they get camera inside a vehicle. And another thing, even if you say camera not there, premier accident at the end of the day, they will come evaluate the whole thing what happened. If they can't evaluate the whole thing what happened, because say maybe for example, this vehicle it start to overtake you for here, and at the end of the day, 12 will go end up at that place. The concierge say, now you decide not to make the overtaking easy for that person. You get information, say you go, they go also consider you as somebody when we say involved for the cause, as in be the cause of the accident. You understand? So that is why, in order to avoid all those kind of things, if vehicle won't overtake you, you make sure say you shift for them. You understand? Let the vehicle pass. If you want to, if you confess, say maybe you want to overtake them later when the road free for you, you overtake them. So the answer to this question now fast, because you not get the right to come this this middle part of the carriageway, so that maybe the vehicle not for overtake you. What you need to do now to shift, go this right part of the carriageway, so that that vehicle will be overtake. So this some people say, okay, yes, your answers are right. Okay, some people want to say na vero. One thing you need to always know, be say, try to understand when you see question like this, I conducente del veicolo da sorpassare all'obbligo di portarsi al centro, because che ha obbligo il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare, na him be you when we say the one overtake, not be the one when we say overtake. I believe say na there some confusions for there when some people they call them vero, because he say il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare, which is the one when we say the one overtake. You understand? Take note of that one, because the question sometimes they tricky. So this number, yes, this question. So make una try to leave una answer to this question. You understand? Then we will continue. Then later we'll come back to check whether we get them right. Just try to read them. Se nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura il conducente del veicolo B può concludere la manovra di svolta a sinistra dopo il transito del veicolo N. Leave your answers. Leave your answers. If you know say na vero, tell me say na vero. If you know say na falso, may we see your answer as also falso, so that later we'll come answer them together. Okay, so later we'll answer them together. Now, this other question talks i tamponamenti stradali avvengono maggiormente se non si rispetta la distanza di sicurezza. Now, waiting this question they talk say i tamponamenti na collision, that is to hit each other, you understand, which is collision, you understand. It say it mostly they occur for road because of the lack of security distance or safety distance. Now, for example, if we consider this image or this vehicles when we say they inside this image, you see, say this vehicle, for example, here, if this vehicle stop, this vehicle here, it will get the time to fit evaluate what they happen, then go quickly stop. You understand? Because it get it maintain distance between him and that other vehicle when they front. But this vehicle when they in back, if something, for example, this vehicle now, it decide to match in brake unexpectedly, or maybe because something happened with it, it just decide to match in brake unexpectedly. Yes, it's true. Say two of them they on motion. You understand? But you go agree with me. Say no, go quick this vehicle to test stop, because remember here now autostrada, and we talk say the maximum speed limit for autostrada now 130. Let's assume say these people, because if you watch now the fastest lane 9 day, you understand? And now let's assume people that they drive 120. Maybe we not exaggerate. Then they drive 120. And now as then they drive 120, and we talk say if they drive 120 in 1 second, the distance when they go cover might be which is 12 times 3, which is 36 kilometers per hour. Sorry, 36 meters. These 36 meters, you know, about 36 meters, if it's to be maybe you feel even maybe 34 or maybe 38 as the case may be. For example, let us assume in 1 second this vehicle cover 36 meters distance. Now this 36 distance, if this one stop, it not go quick this one to take, as in the space when this vehicle live with this one, it not get as it go fit to reach that 36 meters distance. That is to say, nothing go avoid this vehicle not to hit this vehicle. You understand? And that is where the question tell us say, i tamponamenti stradali avvengono maggiormente se non si rispetta la distanza di sicurezza. È vero, because for example, as this vehicle now choose not to respect this distanza di sicurezza, if this vehicle stop, you know, guys, you know, will take hit on for back. You understand? All these things, maybe the things when we say it they cause all those things. You understand? So the answer, na vero. The answer, na vero. Then going to the other one, it said, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la fine di un'area vietata ai pedoni. Now, sometimes these questions still they come. They will tell you, say, in presenza del segnale raffigurato, è vietato l'accesso dei pedoni. That is to say, in the presence of this sign, the pedestrians do not enter that place. Like, for example, now, this is il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la fine di un'area vietata. That is, this sign now, it pronounce areas when we say it prohibited for pedestrians. No, it's not correct. You understand? Because this, what in this sign mean? It means the viale pedonale, which is a pedestrian area, when we say a pedestrian sidewalk, or maybe pedestrian area, when we say you fed this, or when you walk on this, it don't finish. Now, as it be say don't finish, it don't mean say you know still go front. You understand? Let's no put this one in as an example. This kind of parts now, this one a pedestrian part when you say it here. For example, in most cases, that kind of sign that they put on for places like this, they go place on for here like this. Waiting that they let you understand, say, the part when they reserve for you as a pedestrian, say it don't finish. Then what you know need to do, it not me say you know go fit enter this road, but if you want to enter this road, you enter the road with prudence, you enter the road with care. You understand? Just get on for me, say, like for example, now here, now you get, you understand? You feel waka, you feel go from small, you go stand, you know, you when you want, because here now lane when we say they reserve for you. But anything when make you can't enter here, you not there your lane again. You understand? You they follow other vehicles, they drag road. Therefore, you need to you need to work with care. You understand? With attention, because the road where you dey other vehicles, other road users, they still dey use am. So that is why from here they let you know say the road won't be say we reserve for you, it don't finish, you understand? So the answer to this question are fast, so you understand. It not me say in an area when we say pedestrian area when we say it is prohibited for pedestrian to enter, you understand? So this answer na fast. Now this other question talks say il segnale raffigurato indica una strada riservata alla circolazione dei soli veicoli a motori. Now, this any road when you foresee this question, when you foresee this sign, it means say every vehicle when we say then if access that road. Now vehicles when we say they get an engine, you understand? Bicycle no fit access them, you understand? All those horse, they no fit access them, you understand? So it means say before you access this particular road, you must make sure say your vehicle it get engine, you understand? It's still the other sign when we say they still they represent this one, which is one segnale di divieto di accesso, you understand? When we say you go prohibit vehicles when we say they not get vehicle. Sorry, you get the opposite sign there also. When we say they put and go prohibit vehicles, when we say then they get engine, you understand? They not fit access them. Then it go come be say now only the ones when we say they not get engine, they fit access them. So both of them they be a kind of opposite to each other. But in this case, in the case of this one me say if you want access this road, you must make sure say you drive vehicle when we say you get engine for inside, you understand? Bicycle, remember, bicycle not get engine, bicycle not fit enter them. What is it called? All those horse when we say that the truck to the not fit access this because they be vehicles without engine. So this answer na vero. Il segnale raffigurato indica una strada riservata alla circolazione dei soli veicoli a motore. È vero. Now this one say in caso di foratura di un pneumatico, lo stesso gira nella direzione della ruota forata. Now, this question, what did they tell us? Say, in the case of maybe something burst your tire, say the steering go they drag you to the side when we say the part when we say the tire for burst. You understand? If now the right part tire na it burst, the steering go they drag you they go there. If now the left part of the tire na it burst, the steering go they drag you they go there. The answer is true. For example, you see here because once tire burst for one side, the whole weight of the vehicle will go that side, and the steering go they drag you they go that side when we say the tire for burst. You understand? So that is where the answer to this question are vero. Now, before we go answer the other question, we'll go. This question won't be say we leave for behind today. We'll go answer and before we go this other last question. So, for example, this question is a nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura. Il conducente del veicolo B può concludere la manovra di svolta a sinistra dopo il transito del veicolo N. Now, what is this whole lot of this whole diagram? They tell, or the question they tell us regarding this diagram. He said this vehicle B, which is the black car, it will fit go in left, yes, it will fit going in left after the passage of vehicle N. Now we all understand, say, according to the rules of intersection, this intersection without vigilance, without sign, without traffic light. It talks say anybody when we say he right hand day free, now you go first. That is to say, the vehicle when they come from your left side, it need to give you right of way. But if we look this intersection, we go see and say the whole vehicle for here, their right hand, they occupied. For example, starting from vehicle arrow in right hand, they occupied by vehicle B. And now vehicle B in right hand, they occupied by vehicle N. Vehicle D in right hand, they occupied by vehicle arrow. And now that is to say no one leave the junction before any other, because all of them, they are right hand, they occupied. But the cost in order to make this kind of intersection they possible for everybody to transit on safely, they can't do it in a way when they say, they can't talk say, if you find yourself in this kind of situation, this vehicle B go need to engage the intersection first, and it will also be the last to leave the intersection. Therefore, this vehicle B go come this middle, then it will stop for this middle. If vehicle B stop for this middle, the right hand of vehicle arrow go come free. Then vehicle arrow will come out. Therefore, vehicle arrow will come be the first to leave the intersection. After this vehicle arrow don't leave the intersection, remember saying only this vehicle arrow, now they occupy the right hand of vehicle N and vehicle D. After the vehicle arrow don't leave the intersection, then vehicle D and vehicle N go come leave the intersection, at the same time. Two of them will leave the intersection at the same time. Remember, vehicle B is still stop for here. After the vehicle D and N don't leave the intersection, then vehicle B will come be the last person to leave the intersection. Therefore, the question want to say nell'incrocio rappresentato nella figura, il conducente del veicolo B può concludere la manovra di svolta a sinistra dopo il transito del veicolo N. That is to say, vehicle B go turn left, but after the passage of vehicle N. So the answer na vero. The answer to this question na vero. Now, we'll go this other last question. It say in caso di okay, I think we don't already answer the question. Yes. In caso di foratura di un pneumatico, lo stesso tira nella direzione opposta. Sorry, this one another question. Now, remember, say we first see this question. It say in caso di foratura di un pneumatico, lo stesso tira nella direzione della ruota forata. Now, if you see this question for your example, I beg, just try to take time to control the question very well, because you see two of them, they're similar. It said, in caso di foratura di un pneumatico, lo stesso tira nella direzione della ruota forata. And we talk, say, this one are vero. Now, say the other question, you say, in caso di foratura di un pneumatico, lo stesso tira nella direzione opposta a quello della ruota forata. Now, what in this other one they talk, they say, in case of say something burst your tire, say the tire, sorry, your steering, it go they drag, they go the opposite side of the tire when we say it burst. Like that is to say, for example, if now your right tire now it burst, say the steering go they drag, they go left side, which is faster. You understand? Because they drive, they go the other side. If they drive, they go the side when we say the tire for burst. So take note of this question and this other question. If two of them come, you understand? This one say tira nella direzione della ruota forata. While the other one they talk say tira nella direzione opposta a quella della ruota forata. That is the opposite of the one when we say the tire burst. So this one are fast. So why this other one na vero? You understand? So I don't know whether because by us we don't already reach this place. I will tell us say we don't come to the conclusion of this of the question and answer won't be say we get today. If you know say you get any question, may you try to ask us. You understand? Leave your question for the comment section so that we will quickly handle them together. Okay, although I never see any question for here. But however, if you not say you not dey our Zoom meeting, you get right to join. You understand? You get 2 days free meeting for you to attend as it be. You understand? Though here now questions we just can't ask answer. For there now we really explain things in details by topic. You understand? We dey take topic by topic for there. You understand? So if you know say you want you get interest to join our Zoom meeting, you fit see the number for screen. You just try to write me for WhatsApp, then we give you the necessary information when we say you need. So if like say we not get question for we not get question, make I control very well. So if everything everything when I explain they clear to us, I bet just let me know say they clear so that I know what to do. And if you still get anyone when not declare, you just let me know. I believe it's clear to everybody because that is why I'm not seeing any question. Okay, so it is clear to everybody. That is to say, I really try for the explanation. Very good. I give the kudos to myself, and also I also give the kudos to you because for now to also try be able to understand them the way I still explain them. I really appreciate. So we want now here we go for leave and for today. Okay, somebody say yes. Say declare. Thank you so much, Sister Violet. So now here we'll for leave on today, so that next time we will still continue. I beg, most of us, I always tell us the ones we say we did Zoom meeting. If you get a question when we say it did difficult to you, or maybe the question it looks somehow strange, confusing. May I use that word? Just try to send them to me so that I will still pass them across, so that other people will still benefit from it. Because if you say now one particular question, I go make things easy for somebody on that day of the exam. Because remember, say if you score 40, if you score 26 over 30, not be pass mark. So you need to at least score 27 over 30. Okay, Mr. Freeman, don't worry. Next time you try to come earlier, you understand? Thank you. So that is why you need to, if you see any question, because most of all the questions when they share with us, now people they send them to me, so I will decide instead of to explain that to them, privately or in person, I will bring them to a table where we say every other person will benefit from them. You understand? So you also do the same because the question when we say other person they see for in quiz, if they do quiz, not being you they see, you understand? And the question when you they see, not the other person they see. So maybe we try to share this question, you understand, so that everybody would they understand them. And some people really they try for that area, and also I thank you for that one, you understand. So I beg, not forget to like this video, not forget to share them before you will log out, you understand, or even after you don't log out. So I want to say good afternoon to every one of us, and have a wonderful weekend.